It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll see the Broncos field.
One final month to push for the preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end. You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
2nd and 10 now. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And it sets up 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Into traffic, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Back-to-back carries here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. He'll throw it. Buys time. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Secures this at the 17. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move this.
And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bengals and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw left side, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Has a man, it's Scott. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Setting up a throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Complete over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 34. That's complete to Wilson. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The first red zone chance for the Bengals now. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Pass play coming here. That one's complete right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and just 2 to go. They give it to him again. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Escapes the pocket. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw now. Brought in right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and it'll be Bengals football. They'll throw on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise and you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack. Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. They'll try and throw it here. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. Well, it's pretty obvious that the Bengals sideline disagreed with that last call, and now we've got a challenge. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Broncos 1st down.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Broncos looking to add to their advantage. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're throwing it. This finds Franklin. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Here's a throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. career interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Scott reels it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead down to 4. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And in the 2nd quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Caleb Williams with a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. J.J. McCarthy leading the way in the victory.
We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the 2nd half. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they really leaned on that passing game in the 1st half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Play action on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They go play action on first. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that will set up first and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Give now to the running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
To the air, third and long. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they're up against it here on fourth down. Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits him on the out route. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk-reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
It's a dime look defensively from the Bengals. Third down. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a gain of 22. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that extends their lead to 14.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. He's going to throw this one. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that. Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Complete beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 37. Brought in close to the 8. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the third. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Throwing the out route complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Broncos ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Here's a give up the middle. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has it down close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing from the gun here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 48. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
He's dropping back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now, off play action. Has him running the comeback. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. They're going play action. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Throwing from the gun. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Working quickly here. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's a give on first and goal. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on first and goal. Still 4 yards to go on second. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Broncos ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. Going ground game again here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead.
Bengals 17.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield. You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Tried to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now a give on the counter. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They send a man in motion. Back to the well again. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.